Guys, I think I've done it. I've done it. I solved FNAF.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game.
So, this is the normally widely accepted timeline. There are some stuff that I've put in there that I believe, but this is like mostly what you would normally assume to be the timeline. And a lot of people, including myself, are extremely angry at what's happened because this right here, FNAF Pizza Simulator, was the end of the series. There is nothing that could have came after that unless they're trying to start something new. But I mean, Ultimate Custom Night came after that. That was fine. It was like an epilogue, kind of, sort of. But VR came back and brought back Afton in the form of Glitch Trap. William Afton, the purple guy, returned after his death in FNAF 6 and UCN. And continued in security breach. Afton came back, and all the souls came back. They weren't freed anymore in the blob. But I think I've solved it. Why are these souls still alive? And why is William Afton still alive in these games? I think. Let me show you this. We're gonna need a lot bigger canvas here. A lot bigger. Oh my god, this still isn't enough. We have to make it bigger. Alright, so here we are. This is where things get interesting. So this is the first 3 portions of the timeline. You know, you go from Fredbear to Cheese Party World. That's something I believe. I believe it was the first. So she goes, I have the first, but it doesn't matter. That's a video for another day. Fredbear's Family Diner, all the way to FNAF 3. And this is where I believe it diverges. Yes, I was really thinking here about the Scott Cawthon interview recently and how he said he was going to answer a question about FNAF 3. Was the good ending or the bad ending canon? And he said he was going to answer it, but he didn't. And the other question he didn't answer is, again, for another time. It has to do with Party World, but he didn't answer. And here's why I believe he didn't answer that. Because I think that when he said he was going to answer it, he thought that he knew what it was. He was like, yeah, it's the good ending. I believe he was going to say that it was the good ending. That was the canon one. But then he changed his mind because he started thinking about FNAF VR. And I think that he decided that that there was going to be a split in the timeline. Many games do this, so it's not amazingly far-fetched, and I think that is what he did. And so I think here it splits, and here it continues and ends, but here it doesn't. I think here it splits. Let me show you. Look at that. So the timeline splits here at FNAF 3. Them burning the pizzeria. Either they save the souls and Henry goes with the FNAF 6 plan to burn them, save the rest of the souls. Or the bad ending happens and the souls continue to stay alive. That could also mean this FNAF 6 stuff could still happen, but it also could not. And I like to believe that it wouldn't, because if it did, then that would be kind of stupid, because then Henry would have done his speech to literally mean nothing. So yes, I know that FNAF 6 existed, this pizza place existed, but there are lots of hints in Security Breach that point to that being Fredbear's or the original Freddy's, like all the posters lying around. So yes, you could just add another FNAF 6 up here, but it wouldn't be the FNAF 6 game, it would be the pizzeria, or just the simulator part. And I think this is the actual definitive FNAF timeline. It goes in a straight line, following the plot, till you reach FNAF 3. The bad ending and the good ending. The bad ending gets you to have the souls not be able to pass on until maybe they do. Maybe Afton is killed in the fire at the end of Security Breach. Not likely though. We'll see more in the Ruin DLC. I don't think that killed him, but maybe it did. And in this ending, the children are freed, and Afton burns for eternity. Now, this makes me enjoy Security Breach and VR a lot more, because I did not like those games. I really liked their gameplay, but I just couldn't truly like them because of what they did to the story. But now, I mean, they're fine for me. I don't dislike them anymore. In fact, I think they expand upon the story pretty well. And so I'm going to choose to believe this. I don't know if anyone else will, but this is a theory I haven't seen, and it clicked, and I was like, oh. And this explains a lot of the weird theories, like Gregory being a robot and also bringing the crying child. Wouldn't really work unless, you know, the crying child's soul wasn't set free. And it wasn't set free as long as you get the bad ending, because Golden Freddy's soul, or at least part of it, is set free in that ending. And that part is the crying child's part, or Evan, whatever. And so he could come back, if you get the bad ending, could come back and continue to exist inside of Gregory. The Michael being Glamrock Freddy is a little weirder, but could still work. But I won't believe that theory no matter what. I don't know why. It's not because it doesn't have that good evidence. It's just that I don't know. I can't believe it. I don't know why. But I think this explains FNAF, and this will definitely help me going forward to enjoy the games. And I hope that other people see this and don't get as mad at these games like I have been. I don't think Security Breach is the end of this divergence. Of course, we are getting the Ruin DLC, which I'm assuming will show after not being dead, coming back, and using Molten Freddy maybe to become the After Amalgamation, but that's just a thing. Sorry, not Molten Freddy. But that's my theory here. This is what I believe.